Welcome back to my channel. So, our topic for today is Top 5 Crypto Coins Set to Explode in 2025. And you don't want to miss them in 2024. We witnessed something that only insiders expected. Major financial powerhouses entering the crypto arena quietly but decisively. This isn't just a trend. It's a shift in the financial world. Big names like BlackRock, JP Morgan, and Fidelity didn't just dip their toes in, they made serious moves. From launching crypto funds to building custody solutions, their actions signal long-term commitment, not short-term speculation. These institutions are known for the cautious strategies. They conduct deep research, consider regulatory risks, and assess long-term viability before making a move. So when they start acquiring digital assets or offering crypto-related services to their clients, it means they've seen enough to believe in its future. It means blockchain technology is now being considered a core part of tomorrow's financial infrastructure. What's more, the approval of multiple spot Bitcoin ETFs in the US created a snowball effect. This new investment vehicle opened doors for millions of traditional investors who previously couldn't access crypto markets. Pension funds, retirement accounts, and even conservative family offices now have regulated, secure ways to invest. That new wave of capital is slowly but surely entering the market. We're already seeing ripple effects. Trading volumes on compliant exchanges are increasing. Stablecoins are being adopted for real-world settlement by fintech firms and banks. Tokenized assets are becoming more than just pilot projects. This level of involvement from established finance players brings legitimacy, scale, and liquidity to the entire crypto ecosystem. For the coins positioned at the heart of this evolution, projects that power smart contracts, Layer 2 scalability, decentralized finance, and tokenized assets, the future looks extremely bright. They are the backbone of what these new investors are betting on. And remember, when institutions buy in, they don't just sell the next week. They hold for years, often locking up supply and reducing market volatility in the long run. That kind of strategic holding has the potential to create serious upward pressure on price, especially in a limited supply environment like crypto. The bottom line, this level of capital, patience, and confidence is something the market has never seen before. It's a game changer, and it's already in motion. In the constantly evolving world of digital assets, it's easy to get distracted by noise, trending names, viral tweets, and speculative pumps. But beneath the surface, there are projects quietly building the infrastructure for the future. These are not projects riding a popularity wave. They are focused on delivering actual solutions to some of the biggest challenges in finance, technology, and even governance. Take, for example, a project tackling global remittances. Millions of people around the world send money to family across borders, and they face high fees, long wait times, and limited transparency. One of our featured platforms is streamlining that entire process with lightning-fast transactions and near-zero fees, making it easier for people in developing nations to access their funds quickly and affordably. Another standout project is revolutionizing data privacy. In a world where personal information is constantly at risk, this technology allows users to retain ownership of the data while still participating in the digital economy. It's not a concept, it's already being used in healthcare, advertising, and identity verification systems. Then there's the rise of decentralized finance, or DeFi. One of the coins on our list is playing a key role in eliminating the need for traditional banks in lending, borrowing, and yield generation. This isn't about replacing the system with chaos. It's about building a more transparent and inclusive financial network that gives people more control over their assets. Another project is driving efficiency in supply chains, using blockchain to track products from origin to consumer. This level of transparency helps prevent fraud, ensures authenticity, and allows businesses to operate more sustainably. And finally, we highlight a coin that's supporting the growth of digital identity. In a time where trust online is harder than ever, their tech is helping users prove who they are without exposing sensitive data. Governments and institutions are already testing its applications. What all these projects have in common is a clear vision, active development teams, and real-world adoption already in progress. They aren't waiting for the market to give them value. They're earning it by delivering meaningful change. And that's where long-term opportunity lives, in purpose-driven innovation. Sometimes the biggest opportunities lie not in the spotlight, but just beyond it, in projects that haven't yet caught the attention of the masses. These are not the usual names everyone's already talking about. Instead, they are quietly building, steadily growing, and waiting for the right moment to break out. A few of these digital assets currently trade at a fraction of the true value. Not because they're weak, but because the market simply hasn't caught up yet. The technology is solid, the teams are experienced, and the roadmaps are ambitious, yet few investors are paying attention. That's often where the smartest moves are made. What makes these picks stand out is their position in emerging sectors. For instance, one project is pioneering solutions in AI integration with blockchain, enabling secure machine-to-machine payments and decentralized training models. While most people are still focused on older platforms, this one is carving out a future-proof niche, and it's still flying under the radar. Another one is built to solve scalability issues, offering fast transaction speeds and extremely low fees without compromising security. It's already attracting developers and launching dApps, yet its market cap remains surprisingly modest. That kind of disconnect between value and visibility presents an opportunity for forward-thinking investors. There's also a platform that's helping creators monetize their content directly, bypassing middlemen and unlocking new revenue models for artists, musicians, and influencers. The technology works, the user base is growing, and partnerships are forming. But with limited media coverage, it remains largely overlooked. And don't forget about infrastructure projects. One of them is providing decentralized storage at a fraction of the cost of centralized giants. With Web3 expanding, demand for solutions like this is only going to increase. Yet it's still priced like a small experiment rather than the critical layer it's becoming. These aren't lottery tickets. They're calculated bets based on strong fundamentals and forward momentum. Their time in the shadows won't last forever. Once broader awareness kicks in, through major listings, partnerships, or sudden spikes in demand, the shift in valuation can be dramatic. Spotting these opportunities early requires research, patience, and a willingness to go beyond the headlines. But the rewards, they can be game-changing. In today's digital asset world, making smart investment decisions isn't about following hype, it's about following data. The most successful analysts aren't guessing. They're tracking behavior, movement, and momentum using tools that expose what's really happening behind the scenes. And some of the most powerful insights come from looking at how users, developers, and even whales are interacting with blockchain networks in real time. Let's break it down. One of the most critical indicators comes from wallet activity. When the number of active addresses starts rising consistently, it often signals growing demand. It shows that more people are using the platform, moving assets, staking, or interacting with decentralized applications. That's not speculation, that's usage. Another key sign is developer activity. Projects that attract builders, not just investors, tend to have long-term potential. Code updates, GitHub commits, protocol upgrades, these are the digital footprints of innovation. When development remains strong even in market downturns, it's a clear indication that the team is serious and the foundation is getting stronger. Now add artificial intelligence into the mix. With advanced pattern recognition, large datasets can be analyzed faster and with greater precision. AI tools are identifying correlations between wallet movements and market outcomes, spotting early signals of accumulation or distribution, and flagging anomalies that the human eye could easily miss. For example, when a high volume of transactions begins to cluster at a certain price level, it may suggest that institutional players are quietly positioning themselves. These patterns are often invisible in traditional charts, but AI is picking them up faster than ever. This helps identify which projects are attracting deep pocket interest before the broader market catches on. And let's not overlook network health metrics. Things like staking ratios, validator participation, and transaction success rates. These numbers tell a story about stability, security, and long-term sustainability. Together, all of this paints a much clearer picture than hype or headlines ever could. The projects that consistently show strength across these areas aren't just lucky. They're laying the groundwork for explosive growth. When data supports the vision, confidence grows. And for those watching closely, it becomes obvious which platforms are ready to lead the next wave.